We're going to talk more and get their thoughts about the second half adjustments, but now back to our head coach, John Leone.
Thanks, fellas. You know, every week I get a chance to talk to so many interesting people, not the least of whom are the Lafayette students. And Mike Joseph and probably Matt Province and the guys in the booth, I know what your spring break used to look like. This is a very entirely different kind of spring break. Actually, we call it the alternative school break. And I'm here to talk with two Lafayette students, Abby Williams, a senior, and Maggie Frodell, also a senior, who have had an intimate part in the development of this program. Welcome to the Lafayette Sports Network, ladies.
Thank you.
Abby, let's start with you. Tell us about your history with the program, what it was like when you first got here, and talk us through the changes you've been a part of since you got here.
So Alternative School Break is 20 years old. This is our 21st year, and when I joined, it was small, and it still brought together lots of parts of the community. But this year, we've actually had a 35% increase in applications. Last night, the executive board spent 7.5 hours deciding on the 60 applicants from the 60 spots from 106 applications. So.
Amazing. That's an incredible improvement. And Maggie, again, you were introduced to the program and you've become really passionate about it. What are the key elements of the program that really get you excited?
For me, it was a conference that I attended the summer after my first year here, a national conference for alternative breaks through an organization called Breakaway. And they brought together a bunch of schools all across the nation. And for me, it was really knowing that this movement, this alternative break movement, was something that a lot of people were invested and involved in. And for me, that's where my passion was driven from.
I imagine it takes you away from opportunities to do other kinds of maybe more fun things, but obviously you find some fun and fulfillment in this stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only is it a great way to travel, I've been so many places across the country and in the world through Alternative School Break, but also you meet a lot of great friends. And for me, this is what I want to do with my life. So it's a great place for me.
Well, that's why we call it Launch Your Life. Abby, back to you. You've had a chance in your time here. Actually, you're both double majors. You're majoring in neuroscience and policy studies.
Correct.
Incredible. I can't spell either one. And Maggie, you are a anthropology, sociology, and Spanish major. And I'm sure that those kinds of studies, how do you see them attaching themselves to what you're doing with the ASB?
Well, Alternative Break, we look at lots of different social issues. So as a policy studies major, when we go to organizations that have big impact, there are tons of spillover effects in those communities. So what I learned in my urban economics class or emerging market countries has direct translation to what I learned through Alternative School Break.
Talk to me a little bit, Maggie, if you will, about the faculty involvement in this thing. Is it a self-starting program for the students alone? What kind of interaction and how do the faculty get involved and help you guys?
Sure. So we have faculty learning partners that go on the trip, faculty or staff. So anyone who's really involved in the college, and they kind of act as a resource for students on the trip. They're generally involved in the social issue in some way, so they're really able to connect with students on the trip and provide that valuable perspective that we're looking for.
Now, I know that your work that you guys do with this alternative spring break or school break program involves international stuff as well. Did you know you wanted to study Spanish before you got here, or was the Spanish option part of the whole alternative school break program?
Well, I've done service trips to El Salvador previously. I've been there 5 times, and that kind of really instilled in me this passion to learn Spanish. But those trips have informed my decisions to become a team leader for Alternative School Break. So I'm currently leading a trip working with poverty in developing nations. So.
It's incredible stuff. I mean, it's impactful. It's real-world practical applications. Abby, as a senior now, you're both seniors. Talk to me a little bit about the continuity. Are you confident that you're passing the torch on to a new group of students that can carry it forward?
Yes, we are fortunate to have the best leadership team on campus. In fact, if I could take this time to recognize them, couldn't be on the field. It's Mary Higgins, Gino Warnick, Rob Sanchez, Emily Lindahl, Ricky Lanzelotti, Josh Sperber, Aubrey Jones, Maggie Frodell, Olivia Erdman, Barbara Olivier, Marissa Ferrero, Bo Saunders, and Hannah Goldstein have just as much to do with the club's success this year and in the future as we do here. So
it's all about teamwork. We talk about leadership all the time, and whether it's, I mean, education has changed so much, and Lafayette does it so well. I don't know. I know you don't want to play favorites, but maybe this is a chance to gain some brownie points. Who's the teacher? Who's the faculty person that's helped you most?
I went on a trip to Texas to work on immigration reform with Anna Lors, and she's a librarian in our library, and she has been integral in my development here at Lafayette, and I can't thank her enough for it. She's really something else.
Terrific, Maggie. Abby, I'll give you the same opportunity. Go ahead, and I can guess, maybe.
I would have to say probably Professor Mark Crane of Policy Studies. He's set up the broadcast on election night and just created so many opportunities for me.
There will always be a special place in my heart for Mark Crane and his wife, Nicole, who've done a terrific job. Ladies, congratulations on a terrific program. All you do to carry the Leopard banner forward proudly. Back to you guys, Matt.